Starting the open mic here, and that's what made me think of you guys talking about translation stuff. And the most recent book that Cyberwit Press just published of mine, called Shattering the Glass Ceiling, that was released on during Women's History Month in March. I was lucky years ago to have somebody translate some of my women's issues poetry into Slovak, I believe, and then I had an Iranian friend of mine translate some of my poems into Farsi, which was just the coolest thing in the page because it has to be right justified, so the original would be on the left-hand page and Farsi on the right, which was the coolest thing to have. But anyway, I shouldn't be, that was my way to segue into talking about books and stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to this edition of Poetic License, or my little signs that I had back in the day when I would have to actually be at a bookstore, which I'm not going to be at the bookstore anymore. But hi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is wonderful to see everybody, and everybody from all over the world. You guys are triple plus awesome. Yay! Yeah, so that is the nice thing. I mean, it is sad that I can't be at the bookstore any longer doing this right now, but it is really nice that I've got a Zoom meeting host from New York, and that I've got people from literally around the world. It's probably 4 a.m. for you, Julie, and I feel so terrible, but but thank you for being here. Richard Kent, I just won't sleep. And then I see I'm also doing it on a live feed, and I see somebody's watching me live, so like an idiot, I'll do what Facebook says and say, wave back, hi, I'm here live, hello. I see it on my screen up there. So you guys, it is awesome to see you all. I will do my usual rounds. We can do three poems in a round, I suppose, if that sounds reasonable with you guys. Per usual, the first book that I will read from will be the issue that was released today. This one, in the first round from cc&d magazine. It's called The New Normal, based on something that was accepted in the book, and it is, I don't even remember what the name of the painting is, that was done up with a bunch of Chicagoans. Instead, the cafe, I have it in here, but I'm not going to look it up, but it was done as a mural when I was visiting Chicago, and it's got, Cubs players and Harry Carey and Walter Payton, and it's got the Blues Brothers, it's got Al Capone, and of course it's got graffiti because it was a mural on the wall, and of course in a city you're going to have somebody defiling it somehow. But I thought I would read 3 poems from this in the first round before passing along to John, Zoom host F. McMullen. This first one is, because it's May, it was Memorial Day, a 2019 edit. So, I sit here. A decade ago, I wrote about my dad. I wrote about boyfriends. I had no idea what life had in store for me. And now I sit here with my husband, and I live on the other side of the country, and he has no idea what I think. And I don't know how to tell him. Isn't communication supposed to get easier when you get older? When you have so much experience under your belt? Isn't it supposed to get easier? A short piece that I wrote for a Memorial Day, it was right around Memorial Day when that happened, and I think I had, inside the book they have a black and white version of the photo in here, but I'm not going to show it to that. I've got it on screen as well. I'm going to see if I can hold it up. For the Memorial Day, there's an image. I know you're not going to see it on this thing, but I figured I'd show it to you because it's in black and white within the book, but I figured I might as well show it to you in color, or attempt to at least. And I'll do that for the next short one as well, because this next short one was written about the Chernobyl disaster, especially because Russia's coming in and taking it over and trying to claim it back, and they're worried about all of the neutrons being, not having water and having a problem with nuclear issues, and nobody's there to monitor, and I thought it was appropriate to share now. This is a short one called Dance Among the Ashes. It all came around and on top of us so fast. You would think there was a fire in the sky, the way above the clouds the air turned an almost iridescent blue, like the base of a candle. There was a fire in the distance. You thought you were a safe distance away to watch. The ashes, bigger than silver dollars, made you feel like though you were living through an abstract ticker tape parade. The sky show seemed surreal, with a 2:30 a.m. glow that almost made you want to dance among the ashes. None of us knew we were dancing with death. and what we breathed, what we touched, now made this the most dangerous place on earth. After a day, my face turned pink, almost like I had too much to drink. But after what happened, after what came on so fast, no drink was enough for what would come next. Short one there, and now I'm going to have to show you that Dance Among the Ashes. Let me find out I've got it on screen. It's in black and white in this book, but I'm not showing it to you there because I made a point to have a candle like the way the crazy blue flame would go on, and I know that in my live footage you're still seeing it in black and white, but showing like this is what the iridescent sky looked like with this fire off in the distance. But anywho, I thought on a happier note, and I was hoping that Tom Woodruff would be around because he could hear a happier note poem for the last poem in the first round. This one is a poem that is called Zelk, or Zybelani, and it was written on International Dance Day, which is April 29th, which was 2 days ago. So there you go. So sorry Tam can't hear it because he'd have a happy poem to go on. This is Zelker Zybelani. He said he hadn't danced in a while, but when I tried and slow danced with him, he actually dipped me. It was so sweet. And we danced on our wedding day. His mother saw us talking little phrases to each other and was sure that we were planning our next move as we danced. And maybe we were, but we were allowed. I mean, come on, it's our wedding dance. And then we went to other people's weddings, danced on a boat reception. We even danced outside of one reception hall in the snow. We had a blast dancing at concerts. Sometimes we'd even turn up the stereo after going out to dance in our living room. We may not have done the Zelk or Zybelani all these years, but we still dance like there's no tomorrow. And I don't care that as we get older, my hips, our joints may hurt for days after we dance like this. That doesn't matter. It just matters that we dance. And I'm wondering if John would be watching that and could see it. So, and I'm seeing other people coming in as well. But yes, for International Dance Day, I had to share that one for you guys, especially because it was just 2 days ago. But those were 3 from the issue released today from cc&d magazine. It's called The New Normal. And John looked at this and he's like, I'm like, do you think that's an okay title with this, The New Normal? And he's like, well, I guess in this cafe everybody's now sitting together and not having a mask on, but most of them do seem to be a good distance from each other. Maybe this is the new normal as well. I have no idea. But anywho, thank you so much for the read. This one's called, yeah, this is called Human Construct of Time. Is this the best of times? Is this the worst of times? Or is this just one of those times? Only humans understand times. Where did all the time go, we ask? Time slips away as we search for ways to avoid looking old, to avoid death. If I ever saw God, I'd have to ask, how old are you? How much longer do you just sit there, observe? But time is a human construct, I have to remind myself as I sit and think at times like these.